Make your way into Sukhasana or easy cross-legged pose if you're not there already. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head, reach for the sky. And exhale, bring your right hand to the mat beside you. Lean over, reach to the side, and stay here and breathe. Turn your head and your chest to look up. Feel the stretch up the left side of your body from your hip all the way to the tips of your fingers. Option to stay here, or when it feels good to you, just bend a little deeper and reach a little further. Find your stillness. Breathe. Take one more breath here. Inhale through center. Reach up as high as you can. Exhale to the other side. Same instructions, continue to breathe. Feel the stretch on the right side of the body from your hip all the way to the tips of your fingers. Turn the head and the chest to look up. Anytime that it feels good, feel free to bend a little deeper and reach a little further. And just start to feel in your body that sometimes if you head for the deepest pose that you can, it's pretty hard to stay there for any time. So maybe don't go as deep as you can. Just find what we call your edge. And your edge is like, it's like your 80%. Like not going there 100%. And you can find it by going 100% and then backing off. Bernie Clark, who's like a yin master, talks about it being the Goldilocks edge. You know, if you're Papa Bear and you go all in, it's really hard to hold for very long. And if you're Mama Bear and you barely go in, then there's not much benefit to the body. But if you can just find that baby bear spot, that sweet spot that you can hold, even if it's hard to hold, you can still hold it with stillness. Then you've found your Goldilocks edge. One more breath here. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head. Reach up as high as you can. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you and pull your heels towards your groin. And if your knees come up really high like this, then just bring the feet away. And just be here for a moment. Feel your hips and your inner groins opening. And take a hold of your toes or your feet, or even just plant your palms on the mat in front of you and inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward, fold at the hips and bring the chest closer to the feet. And prop yourself up any way that feels good to you. Finding that Goldilocks edge. So the reason that we want to find the Goldilocks edge is because once we pick a pose, we commit to that pose for some time, usually longer than 2 minutes. Once you commit to that pose for some time, the goal is to remain completely still. So if you're in the Papa Bear edge, then you're not going to remain still. You're in too deep. And if you're in the Mama Bear, you're not going to feel much. So it's finding that 80, maybe even 75%, where you can always go deeper as gravity allows, as your body allows. But you're not wiggling and adjusting. So settle in. And I offer you focus on your breath. Sighs are welcome. Welcome. Remember at the beginning, the first class, I was like, I feel like sighs are a physical representation of releasing tension. And Gil Headley, this dude that I've followed forever and gone and done dissection workshops with, he says, the issues are in the tissues. And when we slow down and start to pay attention, that's where the emotions, the memories, the feelings, the sensations, that's where they come up. This is where I would just like rage. This is where I sometimes still do. I'm a yoga rager. And if your mind has wandered, just bring it back to your breath.
And plant your palms on the mat in front of you and slowly make your way back up to seated. And take your left leg out to the side. Bring the right foot to the inner thigh. Turn to face the left foot and fold forward. Allow your head to hang and your shoulders to round. Settle here.
Breathe. So those are them, the 3 tattvas of yin practice. Number 1, pick a pose and stay there for some time. Number 2, commit to stillness. Number 3, find your edge. And start to discern, what is pain and what is discomfort? Because we don't want pain in our practice. And yet discomfort is our growth edge, both physically and mentally. And just be with whatever comes up. One more breath here. Plant the palms on either side of your knee and slowly push back up, all the way back up to seated. Come into center and open the legs wide. Once you have your legs open wide, plant your palms behind your thighs, and then push your groin forward a little bit. Yes. And bring your hands to the inside of your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold forward. Now, this is quite a pose. So fold forward might just be like, that's good. Thank you. So just to honor you, in yin, we lose a lot of alignment, right? So we're not worried about injury so much as we are in a yang practice. So don't worry about flexing the feet. Unless you need to, don't worry about keeping a long spine. Here, you can find comfort in your discomfort. And remember, find your edge. Commit to this posture for some time. Be still. So I think it's definitely worth the setup to take the time to make sure you're as comfortable as you possibly can be, because in a minute, that will not be the same story. Likely. Anytime you hold a pose, the pose becomes harder, whether it's active or passive. I had you hold down dog for 2 minutes yesterday at one point. Always laugh about down dog being a resting pose. No, it's not. So breathe into the parts of you that need it. Allow the inhale to comfort, heal, release, and the exhale to let go of tension, to create more space. Remember your breath. One more breath here. Plant your palms below you. And slowly come back up. Take your time. Take a hold of the left knee and bring the foot in towards the right thigh. And plant your palms on either side of your right thigh and turn your chest to face. Are we on? You are on left. I was, okay. No, you were on right. Okay. The problems with mirroring. I'm like, what? Where are we even? I don't know. Turn your chest to face your foot and inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, walk your hands closer to your foot. Fold at your hips. Just coming to settle in on this side. Breathe. Your mind has wandered, just bring it back to your breath. Plant your palms on either side of your knee. And slowly bring yourself all the way back up. And feel free to move any way that feels good to you. I can suggest like windshield wipers. Really just feel and honor your own body. And then whenever you are ready, just come up onto all fours. Plant your palms on the mat below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. Untuck your toes. Couple rounds of cow cat. Inhale, bring the belly towards the mat, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, push the ground away from you, arch your back, point the top of your head at your mat. And just do that a few times. One more round. On your next breath, bring your spine to neutral. Keep your hips over your knees and walk your hands away from you, bringing your chest down towards the mat. Make your way into Anahatasana, or heart melting pose. Remember that edge. This is one of those more difficult poses because flexibility of the thoracic spine is a bit of a thing. So breathe. You can always put a block below your chest. And come back to the idea of discernment, recognizing the difference between pain and discomfort. Know that if your hands are tingly, that's okay. This is a really great posture for finding your edge. Pretty soon you know if you went a little beyond. Breathe. Take one more breath here. And then just like an inchworm, start to slide forward, coming down onto the belly. Take a moment just like this. Relaxing on your belly. Notice the sensations in your body. And bring your right arm out to the side, shoulder height, palm face down. And bring your left hand below your left shoulder. So your left palm is below your left shoulder. Your elbow is bent because you're going to use it to push up and roll over the right shoulder. Yes. And do whatever feels good with the legs. Rest the head on the mat. And breathe. Option to bring the left hand to rest in the small of your back. Remember, find your edge. Breathe. And if you place your left hand in the small of your back, bring it back down to the mat and slowly unwind. Yes, take your time in center and switch. Bring the left arm out to the side and the right palm below the right shoulder. And then twist onto that left shoulder. Remember your breath. Option to bring the right hand in the small of your back. Bring your right hand back to the mat if it's not there already. And slowly unwind. Come back to center. Take a moment again on the belly, totally relaxed. Today we release an even deeper layer. Feel that. An inner layer of tension. Notice that as you begin to emote in class and welcome your feelings, your yoga practice feels so much more, so different, so deep. Notice that. And if you don't, that's okay too. And let go of whatever comes up that you don't need anymore. Whether you know it or not, just set the intention to let go. You will. Let's take a breath together. Inhale. Exhale, let it out. Lift your head. Bend your elbows, plant your palms below your shoulders, and slowly come up onto all fours. Basically, we're making our way into Shavasana. So, however that works for you to get there, please just head on over. Cross the ankles behind you and sit down on your mat. Bring your legs out in front of you and slowly come down onto your back. And you can stay right where you are on your belly if you want. And set yourself up with blankets and bolsters and pillows and whatever you need. Today in Shavasana, we'll practice a progressive muscle relaxation. You start by pushing the back of your head into your mat, roll your shoulders down your spine. Just allow your arms to fall away from your body, palms face up. And then scrunch up your face. So like frown and close your eyes as tightly as you can and purse your lips and just squeeze your face as much as you can. Nobody's looking. Squeeze really, 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 really hard. And then let it go. Feel the relaxation melt from your face all the way to the sides and the back of your head, the top. Feel your entire head relax. Feel all of the tension melt out of your face. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth and let go of any unspoken words. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. And then engage the arms. Make fists with your hands. And feel that tension go all the way up the arms, into the biceps, up into the shoulders. Just really squeeze. And then let go. Feel the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, and the hands totally relax. All tension leaving these areas of your body. Pull your abs in, like contract the core. Feel the core contract, and then feel the chest contract, and then contract the back. Like squeeze the torso in towards one another as much as you can. Flex everything from the pelvis all the way up. And then let go. Feel the tension release from your abdomen, from your chest, and from your upper, middle, and lower back. Just let it go. Yes. And squeeze your bum. Squeeze your bum so tight that it lifts up off the ground. And then squeeze the front of the pelvis. Involve the legs, squeeze the thighs and the shins and the calves. Flex the feet, pull the toes up towards the nose. Really engage the lower body as much as you possibly can. Squeeze, 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 and then let go. Oh. Let go of all of the tension in the biggest muscles in your body. Totally relax. Let your feet fall open and feel your entire body just letting go, surrendering. Invite some awareness back into your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And turn your head from side to side. And pull your knees up into your chest. Hug them in. Roll from side to side. Eventually rolling all the way over onto your right side. Use your bicep as a pillow. Take a breath here. Use the strength of your left hand to push yourself all the way up to seated. Keep your eyes nice and heavy. And once you get here, roll your shoulders down your spine. Place your hands on your knees or your thighs and take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Let it out with a sigh. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands together in the center of your chest. Bow your head. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice this morning. From my heart to yours, namaste.